Previously on Fumbling Around with Anchorhead. And the saga continues.
Can't you just type return to house?
Oh. Right. So we continue walking, I suppose. Connect to the north, go north? No, this is where we came from. Go south. South again. In the center of the square, rising from a circular lawn of unhealthy-looking grass and weeds, stands a strange stone obelisk, of course. It seems to be a monument of some sort, although you can see no plaque or marker anywhere near it. Examine obelisk. The obelisk measures about 2 feet square at its base, narrowing slightly as it rises a good 15 feet to a bluntly pointed tip. An iron ring is embedded in the stone high up on one side, about 2 feet from the top. Let's steal that. Dense, twisting hieroglyphs of all things cover all 4 sides of the obelisk, although they are too worn to be read clearly. Examine iron ring. Just an ordinary looking iron ring.
Examine the text then, of the dense twisting hieroglyphs.
Examine hieroglyphs.
They are not Egyptian, which is what you first assumed from the general shape and design of the obelisk. What? It's standing in Maine. In fact, though you're not an archaeologist...
Lovecraftian Maine.
Huh?
Lovecraftian Maine. They've got hieroglyphs.
Yeah. In fact, though you're no archaeologist, obviously, these carvings don't look like any sort of ancient writing you've ever seen. If you've ever seen one, you're a housewife. The characters, which must have been carved very deeply in order to survive this much erosion, twist and squirm in disturbing ways, flowing into and through each other and almost seeming to shift slightly as you try to follow their lives. The effect is deeply unsettling, and you have to suppress an urge to take a step or two back, away from the monument. Embrace the monument!
Embrace monument.
Try to restrain yourself, darling.
Call upon the elder gods. Okay.
I've lost a glow on my shirt. Ow! Sketch.
Well, we don't have anything to make a sketch with.
No. Endurance.
Try to take the ring. It's probably stuck in there, but
Take the ring.
The one ring.
The wedding ring. Okay, that's not the ring in question.
My precious.
Dismantle obelisk.
Oh, use your umbrella to crush the obelisk. That'll work. Hit obelisk with umbrella.
Hit obelisk with umbrella. You're kind of annoyed that I'm typing with 2 fingers now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I could read his mind. Violence isn't the answer to this one. You were actually annoyed about that?
It's slightly now that you mention it. Look around.
Look around. A wide expanse of uneven paddlestones lies open on the sky. Borders of all sides of the leaning, steep-rooted architecture looms over everything in the city. The municipal courthouse stands out the south end of the square, next to the mouth of the dark narrow alley to the southwest. Avenues to the west and east lead back into the cramped and ingrown streets,
right.
while the north lies Watley Bridge.
Well, we came from Watley Bridge, so
Yes.
we're going
East.
there's a narrow alley, though. Those are always interesting.
Narrow alley.
Southeast.
SE then?
SE, yeah.
Streets lead north, east and west from here. You can enter an alley to the southwest.
Southwest. Oh, sorry.
Or the city courthouse to the south. Courthouse? Let's go southwest first.
What? Do we want to go to the courthouse? Okay, sure.
We're going to the courthouse.
Side alley. It's a featureless blind alley, a dead end. Through the narrow and heavily shadowed opening to the northeast, you can see the square and the obelisk at its center. Yeah. So that's about it. The town square, we've been here before.
We've been to the town square. The courthouse is closed for the day.
That it is.
That it is. Well, we got some keys, man. What we gonna do with the keys? We gonna open the door to the courthouse?
No, that's to our house. We don't live at the courthouse, I think, presumably.
Why haven't we gone to the house to open the friggin' door there?
We're heading to the house. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know where we live. I've never been there. We just picked up the keys.
But where's Michael?
I don't know.
He's late again.
We should find a phone.
I think perhaps Michael is having an affair.
To break free. I want to.
Dark corner!
Oh, my favorite place.
The rooftop above you leans so close together as to nearly block out the sky altogether. We've read this before. Making this particular dark and unpleasant section of the city, the streets lead away to the east, and a shadowy driveway leads through to a high brick wall to the south. Brick wall, or streets lead away to the east.
Well, east is where we came from, and we don't want to run into the brick walls, so east.
Yep.
Town square, let's go east again. We find ourselves at a river walk. A low, irregular brick wall to the north divides the street from the steep, mud-slick banks of the sinuous Musketon, while a rusty iron gate provides access to the precarious flight stone steps leading down the bank to the water's edge. The street burns south here, turning into a misty avenue between the trees. The town square lies west, a vacant lot lies east.
Yeah.
So...
The vacant lot. Sounds kind of Stephen Kingy.
No.
Welcome to the vacant lot. Things will happen here that are scary. And we're back. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're heading eastwards, weren't we? Or westwards?
We did head eastwards, and now we're at a river walk.
Yes. Since while rusty iron gate provides us access to a precarious flight of stones.
Sounds tantalizing. Open the gate.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Enter.
It's a flight of steps.
And
It's hardly a premise.
enter. Use steps.
Descent. Oh, sure.
Ascend.
Descend.
Descent, is it going downwards?
Mm-hmm.
Steps. Into the murky.
Go to river.
What?
Let's keep it simple.
Go to river. As I went down to the river to pray. You cannot see any such thing.
Okay. Go to water. All
You are
right.
close enough already.
Then what's the point of this gate?
Look around.
Then we get the description of the area again. I think.
Okay.
Look
Search.
at steps. The stairs lead down to the banks of the...
Where once a building stood, there is now only cracked pavement and rampant weeds. A high chain-link fence surrounds this vacant lot. The only breaks lie to the west and southeast. A filthy old mattress lies among the weeds, over in one corner of the lot.
Oh, lovely. Let's go to sleep.
Nap on the mattress.
Two T's in mattress.
Mattress.
Use mattress.
Use mattress. Call for Michael.
We don't have a phone.
Southeast.
Wolf.
The gentle creaking of hawsers and the hollow slap of water beneath the wooden pier provide a faint counterpoint to the endless rhythmic surgings of the sea. The fishing industry, like the paper industry, has all but died away in Anchorhead. Nonetheless, there are still a few boats tied to the pier. A path leads back through an opening in chain link fence to the northwest. Otherwise, it's just you and the ocean. An old discarded tin of fish oil sits at the end of the pier.
Oh, pick it up.
Pick up tin.
Hey.
Slipping the keyring into the pocket of your trench coat to get hand-free, you
What?
pick up the old tin.
Oh, we're holding things.
Ah, it's dented and rusty, and you can barely make out the words Skagen, Denmark, printed along the side. The lid is closed. Skagen i Danmark, det er sgu virkelig en veldig nylig plads. Der er danskerne, de Skagen, de er meget nylig. Der er mange fine piger der.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah. Okay, we have a tin from
Let's
Denmark.
pocket the tin.
We should give the tin a Danish name. Bjørn.
Alright.
Torgrim. Torgrim the tin.
Okay, the street bends south here, so let's go south. Chilly Avenue. Perhaps it is merely the effect of some unwholesome vapor rising from the murky waters of the nearby Miskiton, or however it's supposed to be pronounced. But the temperature along this street seems perceptibly cooler than normal, even for a New England autumn. Two dirt roads lead south and southwest into the dense woods. Oh yes, dense woods, we want to go there. At the edge of town. A clammy mist hangs thickly in the air, seeping through your clothes and making you shiver. South, deserted lane.
The gently winding lane makes its way through the birchwoods south of town. New England foliage is famous for its splendid colors in the fall. But the oppressive weather and pervading murk have leached these trees of most of their tint. The road continues south into the increasingly dense forest, and in the other direction heads back to town. A paved walk also leads east through the trees.
We are so lost.
Let's go into the woods.
Sure.
South.
South. There's nothing interesting here, no? It's just forest, right?
We could find a body.
Alright, let's go south. Down the road. The forest grows denser as you go, crowding thickly up to either side of the road. The groping, tangled branches block out what little sunlight there is left. Your footsteps are muffled. Whispering leaves and the slow drip of water are the only sounds you can hear. Beyond the watching trees, the shadows are impenetrably thick.
Impenetrably.
Yes. The road stretches interminably north to south. South?
Let's go south.
You walk a bit farther down the road, but it doesn't seem to lead anywhere, huh? And the shadows grow thicker the farther down you go. After a while you turn back, unable to suppress a shiver. Let's go north. Back to the fork in the road.
Seems like kind of a Silent Hill moment. When you meet the end of the...
Yeah.
You cannot pass beyond this point. We do not know why, but something icky happens. The fog is thickening.
Right, let's go north again and then southwest.
Before you can take more than a few steps, the mist coils its tendrils around you, freezing your marrow with its damp embrace. For one terrifying moment, you can feel it probing at your mouth and nostrils, seeking a way in. And then, with a sudden wrench, you are free, gasping and choking,
Let's go.
and eyeing the mist with newfound wariness. I told you that the mist, the fog, is the enemy. We're in Silent Hill.
Okay, examine mist. The mist seems to gather more thickly to the southwest. Thickly? Yes. You can't see more than a few yards down the road in that direction. Let's go there.
Before you can take...
We can't. We hit the invisible wall. Northeast. Okay, let's go back to the town square and then...
Look for Pokemons.
Yes.
Look for Pikachu.
Did we go east? Yeah, no. Did we go west? No, we haven't gone west.
Go
Yeah,
west,
we've been here.
life is peaceful there. Go west, in the town square. Go west, knock on doors, no one answers. That's the way it is.
A twisting lane leads up a hill to the northwest. What's this? The lane narrows here to little more than a badly cobbled sidewalk. Have we been here?
Tortuous bends now.
And switchbacks. In some places the street is too steep. That's so steep that steps have been cut into it, worn down over the years and slick with moss. Your progress is blocked at the top of the street by a blank brick wall. Bound the wall in despair. And we're back again.
We have found ourselves some coffee and some lovely non-alcoholic beer. And we have found the mystery solving hat so that we can solve this mystery in a proper fashion. Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Let's continue. We are going back and forth.
The phone is still dead.
The phone is dead.
There's a fly, there's a drawer.
This is a dead end.
Let's leave the office.
She was a dame to kill for. When she walked up to the office, her red dress was...
And we're closing the door.
Yeah.
Can we lock the door? No, we can't lock the door. No, okay.
What do you want to lock the real estate door with? Silly man.
So we're heading towards town west. You take a few tentative steps back down the lane, but it seems to lead only to a short switchback. Blah blah blah, the wall. You're not entirely sure now which direction leads back to the narrow street. Very faintly from somewhere over the rooftops you hear a faint quavering strains of a violin.
Okay.
Okay?
That would probably be Sherlock Holmes.
Listen to violin. I know. That's why I listen to it. Southeast again.
You take a few tentative steps to back down the lane, but it seems to lead down... Oh, yes.
We should never have gone here. South? East? Northwest? North by northwest?
Northeast.
Northeast? Nope. West. And then we're going southwest. Hey! Narrow street. West again. Junction.
This is new. To the north, a gap in the crowded press of gloomy buildings opens into a country lane, heading out over the grassy heath and the moors. The main street continues to the east, while to the northwest, over the top of a steep rise, you can just make out the vaulted rooftops of the university.
University.
Let us go to the university.
Fight on this guitar.
Isolated and serene within its high, ivory-covered walls, Miskatonic University represents this benighted town's single, if somewhat dubious, claim to cultural achievement. Founded sometime in the early 1800s, the school reputations and enrollment have diminished somewhat after, as Anchorhead drifts further and further into the abyss of provincial backwaterism. Oh, that's a nice word. Backwaterism. When can you possibly press that into a conversation? I shall do it momentarily. Still, it's generally considered for its collection of folklore and esoteric mythology, one of the oldest and most extensive on the East Coast, in fact. The Board of Deans was also kind enough to offer Michael a full professorship upon hearing of its recently discovered heritage and his plans to move into the estate. Ivory Tower, perhaps, but at least they take care of their own. There are numerous buildings surrounding this cobbled court, but the only one you are interested in is the library to the west, where Michael told you he'd be until he came back to the real estate agent's office to pick you up.
Which he didn't do.
Which, incidentally, he has not yet done, the bastard! Let us go to the library.
West.